Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. Today is Wednesday, August 21st. It's been 2 Wednesdays since I've been gone uh, from our back, and I'm back from our Europe trip. So have a lot to share on that, but for everyone that's on here for the very first time on this podcast, my name is Peter No. I'm going to be your coach. I'm going to be your friend. I'm going to be your best business partner for the next hour, because on the next hour, not only are you going to learn a lot about the business side of this industry, right? But you also get to network. You get to learn different skills. You get to actually apply a lot of these skills into your daily lifestyle. So every week, this is my favorite time of the week because I do get to share just the things that I learn when I travel, the things that I learn when I network, when I go learn at like events, but personally, what you learn personally. So big welcome to everyone today. And I've been gone for 2 weeks. So just to let everybody know, I really, really missed everyone because when I go on these trips, I actually do my best not to be on social media too much. How many of us have that challenge? Oh, look at all these hands. I'm not the only one. Okay. So, uh, so I'm not the only one, meaning that when we travel, right, we get away from where we live. So we're traveling, we're experiencing new things, right? So if we're traveling and trying to experience new things, I want to stay away from this best friend here, because then you can be present kind of in the moment. I didn't get that a lot of times before, but I think now as I'm getting older, I'm getting to appreciate that more. So, how many of us are on the same page as far as being present when we want to do things now? Okay, good. Because I want to open up. Look at everybody. I want to open up that topic today because when I'm traveling now, this is my first time back. I always want to share what I learned, how I see things, how the world is. And in the last 2 weeks, okay, as we're building out systems, so everybody understands, right? You're learning how to leverage, right? You're building a system, you're leveraging a system, you're duplicating a system. Why? So one day you can walk away and you can actually travel and you can enjoy things without worrying about things that you might have to fix or does not need to be fixed, because you're doing things systematically in the right way. Does everybody understand that? So it's my job, or it's all of our jobs as like leaders here who are leading organizations, right? To start sharing and really appreciating what we have built here. So does everybody know what we have? Okay, good. Because today I want to take some time and refreshen everyone, okay, what we have. Because when I travel, I get to think. And this time traveling, I want to just kind of share what happened in the last 2 weeks. This time traveling is actually a little bit extra special. Can anybody guess why? I'll let you unmute if you can guess why. A couple of things why. Oh, love, Dr. Ray. Just kidding.
It
But
was
it is
the
one. It is one.
20th anniversary.
It's the 20th anniversary of LifeWave. The whole trip, the whole 2 weeks was built around there, because the cruise trip is something you have to earn, but there's also people that could buy into it and celebrate it. But it was 5 years ago, everyone. 5 years ago. This is Marcy's 5-year anniversary this month. And next month in September is my 5-year anniversary. Okay. So everything that's happening is in the increments of five. But now, 5 years later, when you were on that boat, and when you're traveling with your best friends, right? I was traveling with Eric, David, Sally, my new girlfriend Olivia. I think everybody saw her. Yeah, I was traveling with my best friends, my best partners, and now my girlfriend, right? For the first time. So all that coming together of 5 years of hard work, and then knowing that we've developed a system, right, where I am not on the phone all the time. I'm not running any podcast. Heck, I'm not even running my own show. Okay, because we have Donna, we have other leaders taking over now. But this is what I really call appreciating and knowing what you're working for, to have that time, to have that space, and to see what you really have built. So how many here can understand and resonate with that?
Yeah.
Wow, look at all that. So if I can truly say now, what we've learned in the industry, what we talk about, everybody wants health, right? We all came together with health. And I want to open up the call with health, time, and freedom, right? We all came together. Each one of us here came into LifeWave because of the health technology, right? But now, every single one of us, because we have our health back now, we have energy now. What are we doing now what are we doing now with extra time? What would you like to do? Now that you got your health back and now that you have extra time, what would you like to do next? Can anybody unmute and ask help? Libby, what would you like to do next now that you have more time? Okay.
My numbers have changed so much in 10 months. I'm going to be 80 next year, and my body is getting younger every day. I feel like I'm back at 50 again, running around Europe. It's crazy. And I want to share this with everybody I see. I mean, this morning I was out and there was 2 people I spoke to. It's just, you can't stop it. You want to see the joy in their faces as well.
Now, once you have that light, right, Libby, and you're living it now, you have the health and people see you. They already see you change already, right? Do you think they want what you want?
It all depends. Some people are so sure about what their doctor said or the vitamins they were taking that you have to say, I'm sharing this with you because of that, because of what's in the future, because of what I've experienced in 10 months. I went from a 70-year-old body down to a 48-year-old body in my bio. And I can see it. I've lost weight. I'm reshaping. My goodness. But I want these people to understand I care.
Okay,
I really care for them.
Libby, that is what we all want because we have good hearts, correct? But what if we can communicate with everyone the same way that they can open up their hearts that way?
Ah, that would be wonderful. Wonderful.
Did everybody just understand what I just said? We all want to help people.
Yes.
We all want to open up their hearts. But what if there's a way to communicate it where we can open that first? And then the more we can communicate it, the more people we can help together because of more results.
Definitely.
Okay, good. So we're on the same page. So everybody, you want more health? You already got the health. You're here already. Now you have extra time, Libby, right? Because you have more energy. Right. Now we have to take that energy and time and we have to transfer it. We have to transition it to a goal. What is everybody's goal? I believe is freedom. Freedom, right? We want to be free.
That's a very good one, yes.
Right? Who here wants to be free from their alarm clock? Raise your hand. Alarm clock. Okay. Meaning that their alarm clock cannot control you. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Then when you can get rid of your alarm clock, who wants to get rid of their boss? Like have no employer, get it? Nobody, somebody else has to pay you outside of your employer, okay?
Mhm.
So if everybody's goal is to get rid of their alarm clock and their boss, and we have the time and the health to do it now. Now let's talk about the solution, Libby, right? The
Mhm.
solution is, number one, does everybody want to be healthy? Libby, do you want to
I
be
hope
healthy?
so. I hope
Okay.
so.
Now, Libby, if you look at your phone book and you look at the first 10 people,
Mhm.
how many of those 10 friends can you call and just ask them a question? Hey, Nancy, do you want to be healthy?
That's a very good point. I
That's a
think
good.
every single one of them, like I should have the guts to just do it.
So if the only challenge is having the guts to do it,
Mhm.
can we do it together?
That's wonderful.
So now the reason why I'm traveling, I'm thinking, I'm like, what is the
Right.
problem now? Why are people so afraid? But
Mhm.
maybe they're afraid because they don't know what question to ask. So if I'm telling everyone, the only question I've been asking everyone is, Libby, hey, I just met you on the plane. What do you do? Oh, are you into your health? Or do you like being healthy?
I love being healthy,
Okay, great.
but
Hey,
I'm getting older.
oh,
And,
that's great.
you know, makeup doesn't do it anymore.
Hey, Libby, since all that doesn't do anymore, have you heard of the latest technology in stem cell?
I've heard a lot about stem cells, but it's all about paying a lot of money.
Okay. Oh, so you've heard the stem cell injection.
Injections,
You
yes, I've
heard
heard
the
about that.
taking stem cells from younger baby and injecting into
Right.
yours. Do
Mhm.
you know why people are doing that? Why are people paying so much money to inject other people's stem cells
Because they
into them?
want to be, yeah, they want to be younger.
I'm okay,
They
great.
want to
Do
be
you
healthier.
want to be younger?
Oh, definitely. I want to
Okay.
have that 50-year-old energy I used to have.
So, Libby, if I just asked you two questions, are you open to your health? And have you heard of the latest technology in stem cells?
I have heard about stem cells and I am interested in my health.
Did I pique your interest?
Definitely.
Okay. If I piqued your interest, what is the next thing I should do now? If I
Let
had
me
a
know what's
tool,
going on.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
What
now
are
you
you
want to know what's
doing?
going on. What do I do? Hey, Libby, do you have a cell phone? Can you take out your cell phone?
Sure,
Can you go on this one website?
I will.
And if you go to this website, you're going to see a bunch of pictures and a couple of a 2-minute video that we can watch together.
Okay.
And after you see that, you might have another couple of
What
questions.
website do you want me to go to?
Go to whathaveyouheard.com. Whathaveyouheard.com. So if you go to that website, scroll on the picture. Do you see my friends? One of them with the glasses.
It's not coming up.
Okay, so maybe it's not working. That's okay. I'll send you another website. But
Okay.
if you scroll through there and you can watch a 2-minute video together, let's watch it. Afterwards, you might have a question for me, okay? And then I have another video you can watch.
Let me try it one more time.
Give me one second while you try it.
I don't know why this happens on my phone when I try to get into it sometimes.
That's okay, Libby. So the reason why I'm going at this, everyone, Libby,
Mhm.
was that very simple for you to learn if you were to want to share this with your friends this way?
Oh my goodness, this is fabulous. I don't have to tell them. The video
Okay.
talks about it.
And if you can do this 1, 2, 3 people a day, Can you do this and talk to 3 people a day this way?
I will do my very best.
Okay, and after those 3 you can do this with, every week, what if you know exactly where to send them to, exactly how to help them grow the next week and the next week, exactly the same way?
Gosh, my life would be so much simpler. I've
Did
been
everybody?
in network marketing before, and it was always very difficult with follow up, follow up, follow up.
So this is called a PPP. It's just called how to pique people's interest by asking 2 questions, pre-qualify them by getting their phone, getting them on a website, and have them watch the pictures and the 2-minute video and the testimonial themselves. And afterward, you can follow up with those 3 people the next day or the next day. Everyone, can anybody do this, what I just shared with Libby? Okay, good. And we're going to continuously just start sharing like this, Libby, as we're going to grow into the whole summertime. August is done. September's coming over. We have tested this. We're testing this out all the time. And it's come to a point it really works this simple. So I'm opening up this call today because I want everyone now that's watching this. There's nothing much more you need to learn. There is not much more you need to train. We're creating this whole way of how to message this to keep it so simple. And if this is all you have to do now, Libby, to have true health, true time, and true financial freedom, because you're teaching others how to do this, would that be okay?
It's given me a chance to really take this in my hands and without all the questions and everything, let the videos do the work.
Let the videos do the work, and that's called leveraging, everyone. You're learning how to build a business, right? And at lunchtime, you're learning how to leverage tools, leverage websites, leverage videos, leverage testimonials, leverage pictures. Does everybody understand? We're leveraging a tool. And then at nighttime, if they need to see a testimonial, if you need to hear other people that already benefited from this amazing technology, then we have a daily podcast. We're live. That's why Team Evolve is so powerful, because we have a live, constant live testimonials, a 3-way party for you, right? And I like to use those, but because again, people love to hear live testimonials. So we created that. So Libby, now that you understand this a little bit better, and then now you can practice this every single day now with 1, 2, or 3 new people, right? Talk to 3 new people. Hey, are you into your health? Mailman? Hey, barber, your hairstylist, are you into your health? Your mechanic, are you into your health? Right? Who's not into their health? And whoever is not into their health, good luck. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Right? But whoever is into their health, I want to know, have you heard of the latest technology in stem cells? That's all I want to know. And if I know that, then I can guide you to the next step. If I don't know that, then we have nothing to talk about. We can explain what stem cells are, right? And if that's all you need to learn, hallelujah. The next person that talks to 3 people a day, 2 people a day, or 1 people a day, and I've practiced this myself, everyone, okay? This is not made up. This has been tried, proven, already tested. We're introducing it now to everyone so people can see how simple it is to change, how to evolve, right? How to use this and apply it. So who here now wants to apply this and learn how to truly leverage their time and enjoy life now? Okay. This right here took, oh my God, that took 20 minutes already. Wow. Thank you, Libby, for letting me role play with you, even though you didn't know I was going to role play with you. So thank you. So let's talk about Health Time and Peter, peaking and pre-qualifying. I want to make sure when you watch this recording, understanding what peaking is, okay? Peaking is just piquing someone's interest on a topic that you want to talk about together. Who here wants to talk about selling bowling balls? Raise your hand. Hey, Eliza, what have you heard about bowling balls? Does that pique your interest? No. Who here wants to talk? Hey, what have you heard about the latest hair growth product? Who here wants part of that? Who here wants to learn? Yeah, there you go. So Roy, did I pique your interest?
You bet.
Yeah, I did, right? Because I said a word or I said something that piqued. We're on the same frequency now.
Right.
Hey, Roy, are you still into your health these days?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hey, have you heard of the latest technology in stem cells lately?
I've been hearing a whole lot about stem cells lately. Seems like everybody's coming up with their own brand of it. What do you know?
Oh, have you heard of a technology called light technology?
No. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Roy, you have your phone on you right now? Take out your phone real quick.
Yes.
Let me give you a website. Whathaveyouheard.com.
Okay.
So you see, check out that video, check out the couple pictures, Roy. And if you'd like to know, watch the 2-minute video. Afterwards, call me, and then I know there's another video I can send you for testimonials.
Okay. That'll be great. Thank you.
Everyone, did you see how fast that happened? It just happens like this all the time, okay? So again, I don't want to make this a training call, but I've been literally leveraging this tool on how just to pique people's interest. If you're having a challenge in your business right now at this moment, learn how to pique, learn how to ask the questions. And the only 2 questions I like to pique now is, are you into your health? And what have you heard about this lately? Does anybody have a question on this right now? Unmute yourself. Okay. Are you sure?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, Becky.
So are most people that are already finding success with this, which I know many are they, for those people that aren't in your really warm market and you haven't talked to someone for a while, are you starting with a text or are you trying to call them first? Where are you putting this?
Ooh, that's a really good question. So everyone, usually give me 1 second. I want to make sure. Okay, so usually, Becky, the way this whole design is, it's really to do that one-on-one. Is Becky there? Are you there, Becky? Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, so this is really designed for that one-on-one. There's nothing you can text, but if you're going to text something, that person has to be on your Zoom in front of you or on the phone with you. Okay, you have to do this live, basically. So this is a test, everyone, for the people that you want to really call, that those 3 people a day. You really have to put energy and effort into that conversation. So when I ask, hey, Becky, it's been a long time. What you been up to? Hey, Becky, are you still in the health industry?
Yeah, I am.
I knew it. I'm glad I called you. I'm glad I caught you. Hey, what have you heard about the stem cell technology lately, Becky?
I heard that people go to the doctor and get it for their knees.
Okay, so those are called regular stem cell injections, okay? That's the old way, and you know how people are paying thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, they're injecting other people's stem cells. Hey, I discovered this technology, Becky. I thought about you. Look at this. There's a way that we can activate your own by just using this simple technology, this wearable technology here. Would you like to learn a little bit more about it?
Oh, I sure would.
Done. Hey, do you have your phone on you right now? Is it on your pocket? Is it in your purse?
I can just put you on speaker and I can check
Okay.
something.
There you go. Hey, go to this website real quick, whateveryouheard.com.
Okay.
Okay, and you're gonna see a pictures real quick. That's one of my friends, and I'm not gonna go into this, but you're gonna see a pictures. There's gonna be a 2-minute video. Let's watch it together. And then after that, you're gonna have a question. I know that you want to hear some testimonials. I'm gonna show you some right afterwards, okay? And then we'll follow up. Did you see how fast that went, Becky?
Yeah.
Okay, that everyone, I'm just telling you, that we talk about it, we want to help it, but that is what we have been missing in a sense. We haven't been developing deeper into that conversation. Does that make sense, everyone? That is the disconnection that we're finding out now. And this question, this way of peaking, it solves that problem. And to Uber drivers, to anyone that you don't know or that's in cold market, this question just is learning how to break the ice. You're just learning how to break the ice, but you still gotta connect with them, okay? So I'd rather do this with people that I know in my circle, in my phone, and my Facebook, because it's easy to break the ice now. Before, it was just a little challenging or confusing or a little scared because you don't know what to exactly say to your friend or to your family member or someone on Facebook, right? But this time, who cares? I'm just asking you a question. Hey, you still into your health? You still like your health, right, Becky? So that's what I'm seeing right now. And then to pre-qualify them, remember the only 3 things that everyone in front of you is thinking of when you talk to them. Number 1, does the product work? So when they see the pictures, it answers that question. Yes, this thing could work. Number 2, will the product work for me? When they watch the 2-minute video, that video is going to explain with or without me. I'm not the scientist. I'm not the doctor. It's going to explain and show exactly why people need it, why you're aging, how you can reverse it by using these patches. Yes, it works for you. Here you go. We're a 20-year-old company. Da, 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 da. Then in their mind, they're saying, yes, it works for me. The last thing is when you guide them to the testimonial, which is below there, will it work for me? Boom. The testimonial will say that. It will be the credibility for that. Once you're done, the last question is, can I do this business? This has been a hiccup too, because if they see you do too much, if they see you don't guide them through the right place, if there's a resistance or a weird feeling, that is why people say it doesn't work. Does that make sense, everyone? But look at what I did with Libby. Look at what I'm doing with Becky right now, right? Look at how we're communicating. Look at what I did with Ron. We're just talking. If you can talk and your friends can see you talk, yes, they can do that business. If they see Lily not being Lily, Ron not being Ron, Becky not being Becky, Peter not being Peter, then they're like, no, I don't want to do this business because I still want to be myself. Does that make sense, everyone? So when you can answer those 3 questions, does it work? Will it work for me? Can I do this business? Because you're doing the PPP, you're properly peaking, you're properly pre-qualifying, and then you just take an order, a package, which could be any of the 3 new packages, right? Silver, gold, or diamond, whatever. I like to do with silver or gold. That's it. I like the silver the most. Why? Because I'm just getting them in and then setting up an authorship or whatever they want after, right? Keep it simple. I don't even give a chance to people say no to $299, because if you properly peak them, you did a pre-qualify, boom. They should just, the next question is, wow, I want it. And then after that, everyone, this is so simple to identify. If they like to do the business because they're showing up, right, Libby, because you invited them, they're coming to these calls, they're showing up to the things, and they're like, I want to learn, Libby, what do I do? Here's a video, here's a website, watch this, watch this, watch this. And they watch it, done. They want to do it, they're going to learn. They're going to be trained. If they don't want to do it and they just want the product at wholesale, great. What would you like to order every month? Do you want a maintenance pack? Da, 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 da. The name of the game is identifying. Are they a wholesale customer or are they a brand partner? Once we identify them, do they want to build? Do they want to really be building? Learn the 3-step recipe. Learn the PPP 3-step recipe. The moment you can share the recipe, you're building. If you're not sharing the recipe, you're not building. Does that make sense, everyone? That's it. It's very easy to understand those two. And for you to build, what do you have to do? This is easy. Talk to 3 people a day. If you're really building, you're asking 3 people, hey, Angela, are you still into your health? Hey, Ali, what's going on with you? Are you into your health? Hey, Tracy, good to see you. Are you still healthy, right? What are you talking about, Peter? Good to hear you. Da, 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 da. Hey, what have you heard about stem cell technology, lady? That's all we can do. And from there, your teams are going to tell you who's doing it and who's not. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay. Everything else, to me, the science, GHK, copper peptide, all the testimonials, all the beauty, the health, the thing, all the comp plan, that is all secondary. Who cares about that stuff if you can't get people into the system? Learning how to get people into the system now, to me, is the most important thing. How we do it, because the better you get at it, the more people you're helping. Selling a product to get people on a patches, that's easy. That's easy. That's kindergarten. Getting people to duplicate and learn about this and why they need to do it, how to do it, that takes a little skill set. And that's why we're here, right? So does anybody have any question on this beginning part? Okay, Sue, what would you like to ask?
Hi, Peter. I signed somebody up in about 10 minutes. I already knew that she was all into looking younger than she is. She's my sister's age, so I knew how old she was. I just said, hey, Betty, are you still trying to look younger than you are? She said, of course, everybody is. I said, well, then get out your cell phone and I want to show you a way. She saw the 2-minute video while I was waiting for her I could hear her listening to it. She said, how fast can I get these? She gave me her credit card and all that. Had to go to a meeting. I already had her other information and I was able to sign her up. She's been patching for a couple days now and I'm doing follow-up. But I didn't have to know about it when I asked my friend that told her my hair was falling out and she has such thick hair. And she said, I've got something I want to send you. That's how I joined. I never even saw a video or anything about the company. So instead of just how's your health? If you know that person, you're going to know something about their health that would pique their interest. And so I bring that up right away. That's helped me.
Peter, I have a question.
I think we may have lost Peter.
What happened to Peter?
I think we lost him. I'll text him.
Go ahead and ask your question. We'll see
Yeah.
if Mr. Kim is on here too.
My question is I'm going to be doing events where people are going to be coming up to the table, like bunches of people. Are we still doing the 5-minute recipe? Like we pull out our phone in front of them, we get their name and number, we call them back, and then at that point do the recipe? What would you recommend?
Does anybody want to answer that? I can give my,
I just had that situation happen.
yeah, go for it.
I was at a very small vendor event in a small town, and I decided not to use a QR code just because of the crowd that I thought I was going to be in front of. I got giveaway tickets, and in order for them to get involved for the free product that I was going to give them after they enroll, they had to put their name and phone number on. And now I've created an opportunity to reach back to them and let them know that they won and set up a time to talk with them. So that's how I did it. I didn't use a QR code. I thought about it where they would scan in and get the site. But we did go through and look at the video if they had the time. If not, it was, I will call you after this event and we'll set up a time to talk. But the big thing is getting their phone number.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, is get their phone number. So thank you so much, Angela. I was just wondering if you have a whole bunch of people around the table, you're at an event and you're by yourself. You know,
So
what would be the-
When you're
Hi.
working an event by yourself, it's different if you have help, working with you. So you've got to modulate your time. It's good to have a crowd because that, draws people. Everybody wants to see what's going on there. You can have like a raffle or something where you're getting people's name and number so that you'll grab that, and or there's a special offer for the show for the expo. If you register here, there's a discounted introductory package or some, however you want to word it, something like that. If you have a speaker, a lot of times I've taken, you can bring these little speakers, like the portable ones, and you can hook your phone up to it, and you could bring up whathaveYouHeard.com and play that 2-minute video, and it's like a sound system. And people that are standing at the table can all hear it. So there could be 4 or 5 people. And that's just going to bring more attention to it. So I would suggest something like that. You can, buy those everywhere. You probably have them.
I do. I'm a podcaster. So thank you so much, Beamy. That was great. Great advice.
Good. Okay, Jean, do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, my question is about, so can this system work with people that you've already talked to before, that they weren't ready, or, they're on the fence or something, or what would you suggest? How would you talk to them?
We had this, that's a great question. We had this come up recently again in another podcast where somebody had that exact scenario, and she said, when I talked to you, I really didn't set you up properly to get the right kind of information so you'd understand. So you take it back on yourself and say, let me just, if you have 5 minutes, I'm going to give you the quick down and dirty so you'll really understand this. Grab your phone and just go through that scenario. So you can go back and just, say like, I just didn't do it exactly right. I was new, or I didn't have the right information, something like that.
That's perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Beamy. Thank you, Jean.
Oh,
And
good. You're back. Yay.
technology, battery. So I'm on my phone now. So, but I want to add to this, everyone. Once you understand this tool, how to leverage it, everything else you do will just be based on this tool. Does that make sense? This has to be your foundation. Once you have this in your hands and you just watch the training over and over and over and over and over again, and you apply it, you practice it, doesn't matter if you're doing a show, a big event for 10 people to 10,000 people. It doesn't matter if you're doing a health clinic or whatever. The name of the game is, are you personally putting that time and energy to that 1, 2, and 3 people that you're talking to? Does that make sense, everyone? I wanted to go down to that nitty gritty in a sense, because if you can't get the same outcome from one person, you won't get the same outcome from the other. But if there's a system that can teach that to get the same outcome, then that's what you have to apply constantly. And the rest of that is just a numbers game. Okay. And this is what I want to teach everyone here, because after, you're just learning the basics. This is like accounting 101 to get to accounting 102. You can't get to accounting 1 and 2 until you learn how to do plus, minus, divide, and multiply. To me, this is the division. How to break the ice, where to send them to, and then take an order. Rinse and repeat that, okay? And if you can teach that, once you can teach that, everyone, you're to the next level. You're duplicating from that point on. If you can teach it to someone, then that person can do it to someone else. Until you've done that, you're not duplicating. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay. I cannot teach Debbie to go do a show, a booth, right? Because Debbie cannot teach another person how to do that booth, and the other person cannot teach the other person how to do a proper booth. Does that make sense, everybody? But I can teach Debbie exactly what to say, what to send her, and then how to respond to that. That we can teach. And if Debbie can teach that exact same thing to Jean, right, Jean? And then Jean does exactly the same thing to Karen. And then Karen does the exact same thing to Steve. Boom, you have duplication. And that's where we all need to get that. You need to get that feeling of how that feels like. You get to see it, how it looks like. And then you need to get rewarded for doing that. Does that make sense, everybody? Or am I going too deep for everybody? Okay, I really like this whole trip, the last 2 weeks, I really kind of downloaded maybe a better way or a simpler way, I want people to get this part before they start focusing on anything else. Because once you get that feeling, once you did it, you said it, you watched it, it was like an aha moment. It's really like, wow, I seen how to cut hair, but I'm actually cutting hair. I see how to ride, this person's riding bike, but I'm actually learning how to ride that bike. And that learning process is what keeps us all together. Does that make sense? LifeWave is just another tool. David Schmidt's job is just to keep on creating technology so we stick around long enough, right? We can't sell the same technology 20 years later. We can't sell the same supplement 20 years later because it's not about the supplement. And this time it's more than it's more than a community. It's the vision, it's the skill sets. It's all this is now making a lot of sense to me because we're all still here, we're learning and working together because we're figuring this thing out. So in the last 5 years, we have created all the credibility, every single testimonial, every single science, every single commissionable structure, every single rank already has been created in the last 5 years. In the next 5 years, what I love to see is everyone max out the comp plan, whether you're a brand new manager here or already a SPD here. Okay, and you can do it. We can in the next 5 years is going to be the biggest momentum building LifeWave we have all seen. Has anybody here been part of a multi-billion-dollar brand in the beginning stages yet? I have not. Okay, Steve Stoker here. He's already sitting on top of Marcy's right leg already. Okay, he's getting to experience all this stuff right here. So everyone, we're part of something so big. People love to be part of something different like this. But when they come in, we as an organization have to figure out a way how to keep everybody here and systemize this whole thing and all be on the same page. Does that make sense? The more simpler we do it, the more fun we do it. Nothing is set in stone. This is network marketing. We're not each other's boss. The only thing we can really do is inspire and influence and impact each other. That's it. Right? And we can do it with love, which is what we're doing. All right. That's why our team is growing so well. And now we're evolving. We're learning how to make this thing much more simpler and effective. So we're all responsible for each other. Okay. So next, we're finishing up our August. We're getting ready for September. So everyone, there are possibly, Beamy, can you confirm this with me? There are tickets, right, that are coming out, or we can transfer tickets, right?
Yeah, yes, if there's not new tickets for the event, but you can transfer ticket.
Okay, so
The virtual tickets are out.
virtual tickets are out. Everyone, no matter what happens this year, okay, we've gotten this far already, okay? We've prepared each other. The next year, I can't tell you where it's going to be, but just know it's going to be at a place where it's about 3 times the size of where it's going to be this year. So next year we could see a convention possibly in the 20,000 already. Okay. So whatever happens this year, just know it's going to be fun. This convention, David is just letting things out, okay, that he's been sharing with us for a while now. Nothing, just know that this company will not be a secret of all secrets anymore. But what I want to see here is this team, okay, taking over this company. With everybody with me, right? We want Team Evolve to be taking market share, part of this whole global phenomenon, okay? And again, it's our job to do the health, time, and freedom. So I want to take the last maybe 10 minutes, Beamy, just for everyone who was on the cruise or who was in Europe, maybe for a minute, share what they saw, how they felt. I'll probably open up, and then Beamy, you can go next. But everyone, again, the highlight of the whole trip is really just being able to spend time with literally all my partners, all my best friends, my partners. It was magic, okay? Just to be able to do it and to be present and just no phone calls. I love you all, and I love everybody that's respecting. We're just appreciating our time, and that's why I can give all my time to you now, because I recharged from 2 weeks ago. So I took all that away, not alone all the beautiful food and Europe in itself, and if you get to see and dance with Beamy a lot, that is priceless already. So Beamy, what did you get?
That's so funny. Yeah. Now I'm recovering. I'm got a little sick at the very last, so I'm not 100% right now.
Me too.
It was like it all came crashing down coming on. But it was, well, first of all, it was my first cruise, and just being on the ship and seeing everybody and eating meals. We had these beautiful dining areas for dinner, and we had tables, groups of our team. We sat together and then we mingled and schmoozed, and we were all on this massive floor, and there were probably like 60 or 70 tables, and everybody was eating, and it was wonderful. And then we'd go out and have some kind of Peter's favorite thing was karaoke. We were always meeting in the karaoke bar to sing, and they had performances. The ship had great productions and magic and aerials, and it was entertainment. And then we got every day we'd go out onto another island, and it was hot. I have to tell you, it was probably uncomfortably hot, but you push through that. And we saw some gorgeous, just beautiful, Croatia and Athens and Delos and Mykonos, and it was just wonderful. And I have to tell you, ladies, the shopping was great. That's one of my favorite things. So I was fully satisfied.
Hey, so Amy, just knowing this and knowing for the rest of our lives to forever now, everyone, what if you get one or two trips every single year for the rest of our lives?
Amazing.
If you spend time with not only your partners, your loved one, your family, you can bring everyone with you wherever you go now, just by learning a simple thing of PPP and sharing to the world.
Peter, can I share?
Yeah.
I'm kind of exhausted too right now. I just literally, I only got home after midnight, so I'm like upside down. I can barely see straight. But I had so much fun, and I have to tell you that being on these trips, it's been like with your favorite family. It really is. And, just dancing and seeing everybody, it is just such a thrill to like run into each other and see each other, the different things if you're in Athens or wherever you are, seeing Dr. Harmon or just where every turn you're running into more of the people that over the years and just the last couple of events as you're going to these events, they really become your best friends and you learn so much from each other. That's the other thing too. We just learn so much from what other people are doing, and the stories of healing are always the things that touch my heart, and the thing that's happening when, these different people that are your family are having these other experiences with healing. It's probably the most rewarding thing, but always the highlight is to know that we have someone with the kind of integrity, and David Schmidt's skin is literally a walking billboard for this product. I've never seen anybody glow, and he's also got that honeymoon glow too. He still seems, it's so fun to see him, in love, and how cute they are together. But we just have the most dynamic leadership in the entire world with David Schmidt and what he's doing. I mean, I just feel like for a company that really is addressing the latest technology and the latest way to heal without a lot of side effects.
So Pamela,
We're on the leading edge. It's hard to get better than LifeWave. It really is. So
Pamela, when you're on Thursday morning, remember when we were all together with David and you saw all the world's, every single person that's on a cruise was in that stadium. How did you feel, and how do you know what you know now today? How powerful do you feel as a builder, right? Somebody who's staying in the middle of all these builders and what you know.
Well, the thing is what I've seen it grow too. So we know that it's growing, but we have this massive energy. And the thing that I've loved about the Evolve team, and why I love the way you even named it Evolve, is because it's love spelled forward and backward. And I feel like we're in the middle of a love bomb, like we're this nuclear bomb of love that is, sending ripple effects out throughout the entire world right now. And it's really, I just feel so blessed every time I wake up knowing that LifeWave is a part of my life. So I'm so grateful for the people, that patched me. I'm grateful for Peter and how it all, went all the way up. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're in the middle of a love bomb on the love boat. That's what it felt like to me. Peter, you're actually muted.
I think next year we can like literally take over an entire boat, not alone.
Probably will need one because we're growing that fast.
Well, Pamela, it was fun. It was awesome hanging out with you and getting to see everybody. And just it's very addictive. Okay, once you get to hang out with everybody like this. So
Annie wanted to share.
Yeah, Annie, what share?
Annie, come on.
Well, I really love everything that Pamela said, for sure. Ditto all that, no doubt. But whenever you get to, so I feel super blessed and super privileged too, because this was my first LifeWave trip, and this was my first cruise, first time over there to see the Greek Isles, first time in Venice, Italy. All that stuff was really awesome, and to be able to have the opportunity to share it with a significant other, makes it super special, you know? And so to be able to be in person, rubbing shoulders with the leaders of this company and the president, like Meredith and Garrett Johnson and Geraldo and those guys, you can just feel the sincerity, and you know that they're not just some figurehead at the top of some organization. They're real people. They really care. Walking by the pool or whatever, you know, they stop, they chat. They're so down to earth. I don't know how else to say it, but that leadership just, from the amazing David Schmidt down seems to trickle down through us and Marcy and Peter and all of us. Like Pamela, you can just kind of feel the love. And I got a whole new appreciation as I look at other people in other industries and other companies. They have news flashes come through and they're just not sure if their, you know, CEO cares about them as a person, or if they're going to have the doors closed, or they just don't have the security. But we have this amazing level of caring. And I think that's why our team is growing so fast, because people can sense that coming through us to them. We're not just slinging patches, you know, we care, because we can have that confidence that we're stable, we're safe, because Meredith and Garrett and Geraldo and David and Peter and Marcy, they care. And Dr. Stacy, they care. You know, they care about us. We care about our people, our people's people, and it just flows out. And I just feel super privileged. And another thing I want to say is I was told that and I got to experience this super spoilage. You know, it was so going on a cruise, they treat you well and you get some things. But apparently, and I've talked to other people who go on a lot of cruises, this was above and beyond, because David Schmidt would have these little gifts on your bed, or he would provide like the leather luggage tags or the chocolate or the pineapple or the strawberries and the, you know, beach towels. And every day it was like another thing, a special gift to make you feel even more special. Posters, and it was just super deep level, caring, special, and you don't get that every day. So we're just super blessed, all of us. And you guys kind of get a feel for it when you're maybe on a Zoom call and hear people, and then maybe you get a feel for it if you go to a patching party in person or a conference. But you really start to feel it in a big event like a convention or one of these trips. You got to go for it. You can do it. I've never even tried before. And you can, it's, this company is laid out so that the compensation plan is amazing. You know, the trips can be attainable. You guys don't think that the people that have been able to achieve higher levels or do something are special. We're just like you. Pants on, one leg at a time. And the way that Peter simplified this, and all this is going to be just like taken off even more. So work smarter, not harder. It's going to be attainable and achievable, and it's here for everybody. There are no limits. So
Thank
that's
you.
what I got to say.
Thank you, Annie. It was awesome hanging out with you and Noel, and I still owe you 15 minutes, so I'll touch base with you soon. Nan, last one, Nan, for a minute, and then we're gonna close this call today.
Woohoo! Thank you, Peter. Okay, I was not on this trip, but I've been on other trips with LifeWave. And first of all, I want to thank you, Peter. You have been so great to me. And what I want to share with everyone today, I turned 70 on July 9th. Woohoo!
Wow.
And I have a functional doctor, but I also have a primary care physician. And I am not on any medications, and he is impressed with that. So I said to him, you know, I just feel so great at 70. I feel so good and so great. And I'm just so excited, you know, with my life and everything. And he said, well, you know, Nan, I have to tell you something. He said, you look and act better than most of my patients who are 50. Woo! Thank you, LifeWave.
Oh, Nan, thank you for sharing. We can all feel your energy, and this is the one thing that just keeps me up every day, okay? Hearing stories like you and every
Yep.
single and every day. Everyone, I don't even know what I would do without this community, okay? We started it, we're gonna complete it, and we're gonna show the world, okay, how we can really light up the world the right
That's
way.
right.
Libby,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Dude, next week, I think it's September 1st. I'll be going to the company headquarters launch event, okay? It's gonna be in the middle of September. After this launch, the office will be fully getting ready by October. I'm just letting everybody know, by the time this office is done, we're gonna have a huge event in Utah. We will all see what the future looks like, okay? The future is here. I'm excited. And next week, we're gonna have some good topics. Everyone, go have fun. I'll see you tomorrow on the podcast and this Saturday on the training. And after that, enjoy your weekend. Love you all. I'll send out this recording along with yesterday's when I can get into my back office on the Zoom. So love you all.
Thanks, Peter.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Aloha.
you. Aloha.
Saturday.
Aloha.
Peter, good to have you back.